do a very basic animated intro. So the things we actually need our background picture, we need a student profile picture, you need this photo frame. So we're using this photo frame because the theme is friends. And you're going to need to have the text box that is actually the Gabriel Wells Friends text box. All right. So for this text box, you can actually play around with this thing called character spacing. So this one actually makes, if I do it 0%, you take a look. My words looks a little bit, the kerning between the words, which means the space is a bit too tight. So if you actually increase the kerning, you will have a much better effect. So I choose to do something like this, and I also chose to have a very simple outline. So this one you can get it done yourself, all right? This one you have to get it from the documents. So now that I have this one, the first thing I need to do is to insert the background. So as much as possible, you want to do the background because having the background there means you have one less layer to play around with. All right, so I chose this very nice and simple background, and I'm gonna have my photo in the middle because based on my rule of thirds, I want people to focus from the middle, and their visual pathway will be looking from the top all the way to the bottom. All right, the next step I need to do is to bring in the profile picture. And you can see that because this is something I designed, I will have to go into edit mask to actually adjust it to make sure that it evens out, right? So after I get this done, for this activity, for the exercise, I will not be removing the background because I want to keep the white background for that. And you already have your shortcuts, which I have already set at the top. You can just use the backwards button to actually adjust, and you have to probably adjust your photo here and there until it fits in the middle. All right. So when one more thing I forget to mention is that you will have to actually activate your magic move. So I did my magic move here. I'm gonna put it to 1.5 seconds, and always start off with the last slide. For magic move, you know that it moves from the first slide to the second slide. Start off with the last slide, so that way you know that that's what your audience is gonna see. So this is the last slide, this was gonna happen, and I've added this very simple scale built in, and you can preview it, you can see that it actually zooms out. All right, so this one already has a built-in, this one does not. And notice that these are actually two different objects inside. You can choose to have them together or you can choose to group them. All right, so grouping them is a much easier method for this basic intro. All right, so once I'm done with the last slide, I'm just going to Command D and duplicate. I'm going to work on the first slide. And because I already have the scale built in already here, I can actually delete this one over here. Okay, and for the first slide, I will just move my photo up. So my photo will just land directly and there will be nothing here. All right, so then once that is done, you can go over to build order. And this is on the second slide, it's build order. You can see after transition, I already set, instead of on click, I did a after transition 0 seconds delay that the words will also appear. So now let's take a look. And there you have it. This is a very simple introduction animation.